Hello, welcome to our class of Aprender e Estudar em Casa in English, 12th grade. My name is Alina Sancha. I'm going to be your English teacher for a few weeks. So remember, we are in a state of coronavirus now. Remember to wash your hands and stay home safe. Our class today is going to be about environment. Are you ready for your class? Do you have your materials with you, your pens, your notebook? So let's start. Our class today is about environment. So as you can see, we're going to use materials from Porto Editora and the book Explore 11. Our agenda is the threats of our environment. So most of you have discussed environment, but we're going to revise it very quickly. So what I want you to do is think about some of the things that you have seen before. For example, are you worried about the environment? Why are you worried about the environment? Take a minute to think about it and take notes about your thoughts. Have you thought about it? Good. So here in the slide, you have some nouns and words that go together. Can you think and put them together? Let's see how it works. The first word we have is rainforest. Which noun does it go with? And glacier, population, volcano, reefs, and species. So put them together and I'll be back to you soon. Have you done it? So let's see what you've done and how it goes. So we have rainforest. Rainforest goes with what? With destroy. And glacier. Glacier goes with melt. Very good. And population. What does population go with? Population goes with increase. And volcano? Volcano goes with erupt. Reefs? Reefs die, and species in danger. Very good. So let's see now the next slide. And here we have some of the most common threats for the environment. What do you see here? Take a minute and think. What do you see here? Exactly, polar bears. What is going on with polar bears? Polar bears are in danger of disappearing. How do we say when an species disappears? We call it endangered species or in extinction. So why are polar bears getting extincted? Polar bears are getting extincted because of the melt of the ice. The melt of the ice. This put the polar bears in problems. And what about the other slide? What do you see here? You see heaps of people, a lot of people in a city. People crossing the street. But how does many people, overpopulation as it's called, how does it affect the environment? So, what happens when we have many people in a city? If we have many people in a city, what happens is we go to the next phenomenon. The next phenomenon is called deforestation. Deforestation is very sad. How is it related? How do we relate many people or overpopulation with deforestation? Let's see the next slide. So overpopulation goes with deforestation because what happened is many people will need more places to live. If they need more places to live, this means that they are going to cut trees to build houses. And also what happens is that many people will need more food. So we'll need more land to grow food. And also we need more water. And all of this together brings what? Problems to the nature. So in the next slide, we'll see another thing that happens. What do you see here? Volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption, what brings to nature? Okay, so when there is volcanic eruption, gases are emitted to the atmosphere, and lava as well goes on the floor, on the ground, which means that the ground may be covered, okay, by the lava, and also the gases will pollute our environment, which may be a problem. Another thing is the warming of the global warming. The global warming makes the ice to melt, or glacier melts, and they go into the water. And this is also another problem for our environment. So there are many problems that we have here. So we also see here the coral reefs. What happened to the coral reefs? They are getting bleached. And when they get bleached, they die, which causes an imbalance in the sea because many fish, many sea life disappear as well. So all these problems may be related to each other, and when they go together, they cause a big problem for our environment. So we have seen before some collocations. Do you remember what is a collocation? A collocation is a combination of words that go together, and these words always go together and they have a special meaning. For example, we have here the word climate. What do you think climate go with? take a minute to think about these 4 words and these 8 words and put them together and make collocations. So, I know that you have done it and I know that you did it correctly. So let's check it for everybody to make sure it's correct. So the word climate goes with change. Very good. Climate change. And the word population, we've seen it a few minutes ago. It goes with population growth. Exactly. And the word water goes with shortage. We've seen that many people need more water, which may cause water shortage. And what about native? Native goes with habitats. So when we have words that go together, they are called collocations. And we have here more examples of collocations. So do you remember the first words we saw? Let's see them again. More collocations. So we have column A with 12 words, and we have column B with other 12 words, and they're all collocations. We're going to put them together, and take your notebook, take your pens, write them down, and try to do the exercise. I'll be back in a minute or two, and we'll put them together, okay? Okay, so let's see. I know that you did it right, but again, we have to make sure. So we're going to do it together. So, ozone goes with layer. Very good. And oil? Oil goes with supply. Excellent. Species? Species with loss. And greenhouse? Everybody knows it. It's all over the news all the time. So greenhouse goes with gas. Fossils with fuel. And global. It's what we hear the most. Global warming. Every day we hear people talking about global warming. And carbon goes with dioxide. Excellent. Endangered species. Ice? Ice melts. Ice caps in this case, sorry. And toxic? Toxic wastes. Litter? Litter cleanups. And organic? Organic farming. Excellent. So, our class is almost at the end, but we still have exercises to do. In this case, we're going to use the collocations we've done before, the 12 that you've seen, and we're going to choose only 6 to complete this. Take a few minutes to do it, and I'll be back to you soon. Okay, so I know that you have done your exercises, you are very good students and you're doing very well. So what you're going to do now is correcting this part, okay? So the first collocation you put here is accelerating and many species run the risk of extinction. What is the collocation for here? Species loss. Yes. So species loss is when animals get extincted. And the second one says, are the main suspected causes behind a rise in temperature. What is it? What is the collocation you have here? Fossil fuels. Excellent. You are very good students. The oceans are rising thanks to melting of the polar ice caps. Exactly. And here it says, is more eco-friendly than conventional farming. What is more eco-friendly? It is the organic farming. Yes. And if, pay attention to this, if it is exhausted, how will this affect our lifestyle? What comes here? Oil supply. And to finish, what's the last collocation you used? Would not be possible without the support of volunteers. What wouldn't be possible? Litter cleanups. Excellent. You did everything well, and I'm very pleased with you today. So to finish, I'm going to give you a little homework. What you have to do, you have to find 1 or 2 classmates, and remember it has to be online because of coronavirus. We have to keep distance. So find your classmates, someone that you really like working with, and make a Messenger, a Viber, a Google Class, or even Zoom if you can, and discuss the problems that worries you a lot. Any environmental problem, you discuss with your classmate and you write why they worry you. Remember, I am here just to guide you, but you still have your regular teacher. Any problems, any doubts, anything you don't understand, get in touch with your regular teacher and he or she will give you more information. So before we finish our class for today, remember what we've seen today? So today we've talked about environmental problems and how they affect us, and we've also learned a few collocations. Collocations that I told you, words that go together to make a special meaning. So, next class we'll see something else. See you